Everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from Jewish Insider. This is dated, I don't know when, there we go, February 23rd. And this happened when I was on vacation, so talking about it now. And it's Barnard College expels students involved in anti-Israel class disruption. This Columbia University, of which Barnard is an affiliate, suspended a third student involved in the incident last month. And good, we're finally starting to see some sort of comeuppance for these people, which they certainly deserve, and I'm all for that. And I think Leo Terrell, and I remember exactly. No, I don't want to. Can you? Oh, come on, go away. There we go. You can see the X up there for a second. Anywho, back to the article. It's probably gonna be a pretty quick one, given that it doesn't look like it's too long there. It's all right. Anyway, yeah. So Leo Terrell, as I was saying before the ad popped up, he's somewhere in the DOJ right now, and he said that the campuses are going to start coming down on campuses for these anti-Jewish protests, which is good because these people do need to be punished for basically hurting people, and I don't mean emotionally, I mean physically. So it says Barnard College has expelled 2 second-semester seniors. Oh, damn, they were nearly done with their education. Their parents are probably so happy with them. So, wow, okay. So last month they disrupted a History of Modern Israel class, banged on drums, chanted Free Palestine, and distributed posters to students that read Crush Zionism with a boot over the Star of David. Jewish Insider has learned, according to a source familiar with the matter. So I'm glad they're expelled, and they're basically human bots is what they are. This is during the demonstration, which occurred on January 21st, the first day of the spring semester. Geez, you guys just went right to it. It says 2 Barnard students, a Columbia student, and a 4th person who remains unidentified, also tried to plaster the walls of the classroom with a sign featuring an illustration of Hamas terrorists pointing guns in the words, "The enemy will not see tomorrow." So you guys are terrorist supporters. That's why Leo Terrell's going after them too, is, support for actual terrorist groups. The Columbia University suspended the Columbia participant on January 23rd, pending a full investigation and disciplinary process, according to the university. The investigation remains ongoing, and I think Leo Terrell's DOJ folks are actually investigating this right now as I'm recording this, and probably even as of that date on their January 23rd. So students have the right to appeal suspensions under the guidelines of the rules and the anti-discrimination and discriminatory harassment policies and procedures for students. That is a hell of a title. Barnard College is an affiliate of Columbia University. We did that already. In a statement to Jewish Insider, Barnard President Laura Rosenberry declined to provide details about the expulsions. Under federal law, we cannot comment on the academic and disciplinary records of students, Rosenberry said. That said, as a matter of principle and policy, Barnard will always take decisive action to protect our community as a place where learning thrives, individuals feel safe, and higher education is celebrated. I'm going to press X to doubt on that. Okay, I just don't believe them. Anyway, it says, this means upholding the highest standards. This is just a general statement that she put out responding to this writer, as opposed to her taking the time to actually write a response herself. Anyway, it says this means upholding the highest standards and acting when those standards are threatened. When rules are broken, when there is no remorse, no reflection, and no willingness to change, we must act. Expulsion is always an extraordinary measure, but so too is our commitment to respect, inclusion, and the integrity of the academic experience. At Barnard, we always fiercely defend our values. At Barnard, we always reject harassment and discrimination in all forms, and at Barnard, we always do what is right, not what is easy. As of Sunday, the expulsions had not been announced campus-wide. Upon learning of the crackdown from Jewish Insider, Lishi Baker, a junior studying Middle East history and a student in the History of Modern Israel course, said he was extremely happy about Barnard's decision and called for Columbia to do the same. Accountability is the most important way to make sure that these kinds of disruptions that go against the university's purpose, that threaten and intimidate Jewish students and undermine the learning environment, cannot go unpunished, Baker said. Since the October 7, 2023 terrorist attacks in Israel, lawmakers and Jewish students and faculty have frequently scrutinized Columbia University for what they called a slow or non-existent response to the frequent anti-Semitism occurring on campus. The expulsions, Baker said, were the most positive step that I've seen to date. I would 100% agree with that. And besides this, I haven't really seen it anywhere else. Could be totally wrong about that. I just haven't seen it. Says, I'm hoping that this indicates turning the tides in terms of the level of accountability that the school is willing to enforce. But if we've learned anything from the past year, we have to expect almost nothing, he said. And that's a sad thing, but he's right about that. The amount of accountability that we've seen has not been nearly as high as it should be. That's 100% correct. Brian Cohen, the executive director of Columbia Hillel, applauded Barnard for taking decisive action. Cohen said in a statement that he hopes Columbia follows suit with the other perpetrators who have infringed on student rights in the past year, from the encampments to the takeover of Hamilton Hall. This will send a clear message that the harassment of Jewish students and faculty will not be tolerated at Columbia. It says, when students have their right to get an education trampled on by mass protesters who burst into their classroom, those protesters need to be held accountable. On Sunday, Columbia University Apartheid Divest doubled down by calling for more disturbances in Israel-related courses. There's a group called Apartheid Divest. Where's their say these people are so stupid. There is no apartheid in Israel, you stupid morons. So what are you doing? You're protesting, understand something. You're protesting something in a country that doesn't exist there and hasn't. Okay? Because you were lied to, and now you're just spreading that lie. But anyway, the students disrupted a Zionist class. You should too. And again, they don't seem to know what Zionism is. As the coalition of student organizations, including Columbia's suspended chapter of Students for Justice in Palestine, wrote on Instagram. And Students for Justice in Palestine as an organization should be abolished. They're very close to, they're a couple of degrees of Kevin Bacon away from supporting actual terrorist groups like, Hamas. Says every academic paper, course, interview, or book that legitimizes the Zionist entity necessarily co-signs the genocide and occupations of Palestinians and necessitates disruption. They're the grease that keeps the war machine killing. Now, you morons, and you are morons, should probably learn what Zionism is and learn what the definition of genocide is and occupation as well. So I said before in the previous video, and I would maintain this, that there's 3 words, okay, that if anybody on the left says these words about what's going on in Israel, you can just disregard their opinion because they do not know what it is. And that's apartheid, genocide, and occupation. Okay, which this group hit 2 of the 3 in there, and, one of the groups has apartheid in its name. So these are groups that have, I can tell you right now, they have no idea what's happening there. Okay, and there's no way to convince them. Just get rid of them, ban them. Okay, college, do the right thing. So that's what I have to say. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Do you agree with this decision? Let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye.